What's good, YouTube? It's of course Faith and Prophecy, and I have spent all day last night preparing this. This is my 2021 playoff prediction. Um, so let's get it. So I'm gonna start all the way at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So the teams that's going to be out for me, in the West, or yeah, let's start with the East. Obviously, you got the Bulls, Wizards, Pacers, Cavs, Magic, Pistons, and Raptors. So those are the teams that's going to be out for the West. For the West, the teams that's going to be out for me is the Pelicans, Grizzlies, Kings, Thunder, Rockets, Wolves, and Mavericks. Okay. Now the seeding, because I broke this down into three sections. I broke this down to teams that's going to be out, seedings, and then obviously the playoffs. So the teams that's going to be out, I already put them there. The teams that I think that's going to be seeding, 1 through 8. So let's start with the West. I got the Jazz I got the Jazz as the number 1 seed. I got the Lakers as the number 2, Clippers number 3, Nuggets number 4. I have the Suns making the playoffs at number 5. I have the Blazers making the playoffs at number 6. I have the Spurs at number 7, and I have the Warriors at number 8. Okay, now you go to the East. It was a little flip flop for me, but I obviously have the Nets number 1 seed, Boston number 2, Philly number 3. The only reason why I put Philly number 3 is because Joel Embiid is out. You know, even though they've been playing very well without him, but still, I got the Bucks at number 4. I have the Heat at number 5. I have the Hornets making it at number 6. I have the Hawks making it at number 7, and I have the Knicks making it at number 8. Okay, so now that we got everything out of the way, we're gonna go to the playoffs. Now, obviously, the first round, you have the number 1 seed. Will always go up against the lower seed, which is the 8th seed. So that means that we will have the Knicks versus the Nets, and I actually picked this game. Let's see. Yeah, I actually picked this game to go 6-6. Okay. You have the number 2 versus the number 3 seed. So you have Boston and Philly. I picked that game to go to game 7. Okay, you have the number 4 versus the number 5th seed. So I got the rematch of the Bucks and the Heat. You know what I'm saying? And I have that in 6 games. You have the Hornets taking on the Hawks. So you have, I have that game going to 5. Okay. Now let's go to the West. Obviously you have the Jazz versus the Golden State Warriors. I have that game going to 4. You know what I'm saying? I think the Jazz is just gonna molly. I think the Jazz is just gonna sweep the Golden State Warriors. Um, Next, I have the LA Clippers versus the LA Lakers. So I have. This is just my seedings. I don't know how the seedings is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. Like, cause I always know the number 1 seed will always face the number 8 seed. I always know that, but the rest of the seedings, I don't know. I don't know if 2 is gonna go up against 4. I don't know if 2 is gonna go up against 5. So the way I look at it is, my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So you have the Lakers versus the Clippers. I have that going to 7 games, and I also have the Lakers losing this one. Uh, I have number 4 versus 5, so I have the Nuggets versus the Suns. And I have the Suns. I have the Nuggets in 6. And then I have the 6th seed versus the 7th seed. And I have the Blazers taking on the Spurs. And I have the Blazers winning this one in 6. So I have 6, 6, 7, and 4. I have 7, 6, and 5. No, I have 6, 7, 6, and 5. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the semifinals. Okay, so now you got the Jazz, Clippers, Nuggets, Blazers from the West, and then you got the Nets, Philly, Heat, and Hornets. Okay, so let's go to the Western. I have the Clippers taking on the I have the Jazz taking on the Clippers, the number one seed versus the number four. The number one seed taking on the number three seed. I have that game going to 7, and I have the Nuggets taking on the Blazers, the number 4 seed taking on the number 6 seed, and I have that going to number. I have that game going to 6. Okay. And then for the East, I got the Nets taking on Philly. So I have the number one seed versus the number 3 seed, and I have that game going to 7. And I have the Heat taking on the Hornets, and I have that game going to 6. Okay, so now we go to the third round, or the Western Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? We go to the Western Conference Finals, and we're going to have the Clippers and the Blazers, and I think that game is going to go to 7. And then you got the Nets taking on the Heat. I think that game is going to 7, but I have the Nets and the Clippers both winning those matchups, and uh, I have the Nets and the Clippers going to the NBA Finals. And I have that game going to 5 games. And there you have it, the LA Lakers, the LA Clippers, I should say, is your new 2021 NBA champions. If you have any questions about my seedings, just let me know in the comment section down below if I left any of your teams out. I just don't see the Grizzlies making it. I don't see the Pelicans making it unless they go on a run, because I think both of them are 17 and 24. I think the Pelicans is 17 and 24, and the Grizzlies is 18 and 20. I just don't see them winning a lot of games. You know, they're losing games that they should supposed to win. So I just have the Spurs and the Suns and the Mavericks. The Mavericks right now is on life support, to be honest with you. You know, KP's out the lineup. They don't have a third option on scoring besides Luka. So I think that's gonna probably weigh in on Luka too much. So that's why I have the Mavericks not making it. Even though they made it last year, I don't have them making it this year. The East, there's really no debate. You know, the Bulls is trash. The Wizards are trash. The Cavaliers are trash. The Pacers are trash. Magic is trash. Pistons is trash. And the Raptors are trash. So I don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily have any of these teams making it. The Hawks is the only team that's reasonable that can make it because they got too much talent. I got 2 teams making it. I got the Knicks and the Hornets also making it. I have the Bucks, obviously Heat, and you know the rest. So just let me know about your. Just let me know. I mean, will this prediction come true? Probably not. You know, but I have to really think long and hard. You know what I'm saying? Because Philly could have easily beat the Heat. I mean, Philly could have easily beat the Nets. But you know, I mean, the Nets are the Nets. So the NBA is gonna push the Nets as far as they can because they don't want to see their investment, you know, go out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine the Nets not going out in the first round? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would blow up the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will see a whole bunch of memes and you know, why did KD do the move that he did? He could have just gone to the Knicks, even though we didn't want him. I'm not saying that KD is a headache, but he just has that, that what you call it. He just has that aura about him, like he's super sensitive. So we don't want that in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like leave that shit in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Let Brooklyn handle it. Because 80% of fans in Brooklyn are really Nets fans, low key Nets fans. So, so yeah, I actually have the Nets making the playoffs. I have the Nets going all the way, but obviously they're gonna lose in the finals to the Clippers in Game 5. So like, comment, subscribe. I will put the video in the description box down below. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.